everyone, I'm delighted to welcome you to Sustainability Shorts, our short and sharp interview series where we speak with senior business leaders on all things climate. And with us today is Rachael Sherman, Executive Director for Global Sustainability at the Estee Lauder companies. Really glad to have you with us here today, Rachael.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Great, so let's just get straight into it. What role does sustainability play at your organisation? How's that changed over the years?
Yes, so the nice thing about the Estee Lauder companies is that sustainability is really integrated into the way we do business. And what that looks like here is that we have an annual strategy planning cycle. And in that plan, which is looking short and medium term, sustainability and climate specifically are in that business plan. And the way that that impacts our business is that you'll see that in the products that we sell at our stores. You'll see that in the way that we work with our suppliers, and it's also integrated into the way that we run our operations. Estee Lauder companies, we've been around for 75 years, so we have a long-term view of business. We're here for the long term, and that means that we need to adjust to the business realities, the challenges that we face, and therefore climate is something that we need to work on. Sustainability is something that we are very focused on. And the final thing I'd mention about how it's integrated into how we operate as a business is that I work on the corporate team, and there's a lot of folks who work across the business on sustainability. But we also have our many brands around the world, and so each brand has its own sustainability strategy. It's unique to the brand, and that means that they will have the greatest impact on sustainability at the brand level, as well as communicating their efforts to consumers who are purchasing products directly from the brands.
Great, and you said the word realities, and I think it's becoming clear that climate action is becoming more and more urgent. What are you doing to reduce emissions in your operations right now?
Yeah, so clearly it's a critical time to take action on climate. And we're doing this in a couple of ways. So we are working on reducing emissions in our own operations, but we also recognize that we're part of a business community, we're part of the beauty industry, and that means we need to work collectively. So we join forums like Climate Week, but we also set targets that are part of these coalitions. And one such target is our science-based target, right? It's representing many businesses who've all committed to setting science-based climate reduction targets. And the way that we are working on achieving that target, ours is set for 2030, is we're looking at our own operations as well as our value chain. So in our own operations, we have very detailed reduction strategies based on our carbon footprint. And those initiatives or projects that we have in place look like our wind farm that we've invested in through a virtual power purchase agreement. It looks like shifting our corporate fleet from fossil fuel-based vehicles to electric vehicles. We also have renewable energy, so we have on-site solar at many of our facilities around the world. And then we also do smaller activities like energy efficiency at our buildings. So that includes our offices where our corporate staff work, as an example. So that's in our own operations. And then scope 3, like many companies, is clearly a large contributor for us. It's the largest part of our footprint. And we're doing a lot of work led by our responsible sourcing team to engage with our suppliers. So we're proud to be a member of a group called S-Locked, which actually S-Locked we found out about through a collaborative meeting like this one. And so S-Locked, we're the first beauty company to be a part of that group. And it's a member-based organization where suppliers come and learn about climate reduction, setting their own targets, setting projects to reduce emissions, and then we learn together how to reduce emissions and bring everyone on the journey together. And so all of these different projects together will help us achieve our 2030 goal for climate.
That's great to hear such a wide variety of things. Our theme for Climate Week NYC this year is We Can, We Will. What does that mean to you and to the Estee Lauder companies?
Yes, so we are very focused on achieving the goals we set. Before we had our science-based target, we had a goal to achieve carbon neutrality, which we did achieve in our own operations. And once we had that in place, that allowed us to set our science-based target, which we're now working towards. A big part of that achievement was reaching 100% renewable electricity which we have covering all of our company-owned operations. So that's like our manufacturing facilities as well as our distribution centers and so on. We also have that wind farm that I mentioned earlier, and our VPPA covers the largest market that we have globally. So our entire North America market is covered through that VPPA. So when we look ahead, we're going to work hard to achieve our 2030 target. And the way that we'll get that done is through a lot of internal collaboration. So we have people across the enterprise, across our brands, our suppliers working on reducing emissions. But it will also mean external collaboration. So we come to Climate Week looking to meet other companies, looking to find new solutions, share the solutions that we found that have worked, and we're really excited to meet everyone that will be there this year.
That's great, and we're really looking forward to seeing you there. So thank you so much, and really good to speak to you today.
Thanks, Helen.
And thanks to all of the watchers for tuning in. To hear from Rachael and a host of other voices on climate, join us at Climate Week NYC from September the 17th to 24th. ClimateWeekNYC.org has all the information that you need, and you can follow our socials to keep up with the latest news.